Liquid.
And we're back. Oh god,
Hi.
hi.
No, I know. I know it's my fault. I'm just like used to like, hi everyone, I'm here now. You two are.
I was gonna be like, I've been here. I should do the intro and then introduce you because
No,
you just arrived.
I thought that was saying like, hey, and I'm like, no, you should probably because you've been here, and I'm just like coming right in the middle of a series, which I have no idea what's going on,
Yeah.
but clearly you two look a little exhausted.
I'm good. This is like I'm reaching the middle of my shift, which is like.
You're mid shift. Okay,
I think,
so
yeah,
you should be in your prime right now.
But we're casting
Elements versus Liquid.
There we go.
Also known as Old Fantastic. Oh, no, that's not them. It's Old Screen Squad. That's what they were. Sorry.
See,
Old
now that
Warriors
we
Fun.
know that you're tired, like we're just gonna keep throwing stuff your way.
No, it's gonna.
And seeing how you react to it. And the next hero should be.
Probably Razor. Oh gosh, no. Oh, it's banned.
But we got an Earth Spirit. So I'm off to a beautiful start today. I want to say that I knew this was fate right now. We were going to have this panel because pulling in today, A Land from Down Under came on. And we were singing it in the car.
It's good. It's a good
Give me
song.
your opinion on a Vegemite sandwich.
Oh, I like them. If you
You
grow
like
up
them?
with it, you like them.
I've never had one personally. I've heard mixed reviews. You know, of course, the people from the outside going, why the hell do these people do this to themselves?
Yeah.
And other people who are like,
I would say like 1 in 20 people enjoy Vegemite.
1 in 20.
Whoa.
Outside of Australia,
Oh, okay.
people who don't grow up with it, like if you give it to like an American, probably even more so for Americans, it like goes against their taste buds.
When do you like get
experience.
introduced to Vegemite as like
Right
a young
when you're
Aussie?
born.
Right when
Right
you're
out
born,
of the
like you don't
womb.
even need
They
teeth.
They spread it
just-
on you.
Real?
Onto the
Oh,
bone.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like wah, wah, pull that baby's tongue out.
Yeah.
Vegemite.
Otherwise, it doesn't work. You don't like it. It's horrible.
That's okay. Weaned in it early. Nice. All right. Well, one day hopefully I get to try it and have my opinion. But let's get back into the action here. As you guys said, it's Elements versus Liquid. Game number 2, Liquid, I believe, still at the top of their group. But Elements nipping at the heels, I want to say.
They're 1 in 4 now, so they're
Not
down.
near.
Yeah, they're down near the bottom. They're
Nipping
struggling.
at the heels of the bottom of the
Yeah.
group. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They're not mama's boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got to cast some of them yesterday, and it was heartbreaking to watch because I love those guys, but still just needed a little bit more time, a little more effort here.
So Elements they're going global. This is like one of the strats we've seen Navi do a bit. AA Zeus with Spectre. Pretty much, I mean, not to say they're copying Navi, it's been a strat that goes way back. And then Liquid respond, pick up AM as a carry, which is like a good kind of hero to have against global strats because you just split push. You can't really kill an anti-mage using those ultis, so it's a good response. Not gonna necessarily mean Elements is screwed or anything, but the right kind of hero to have.
And it's the Mind Control Nyx Assassin, which we talked about, where he can land really good impales, but last time had a really rough time in the lane. So we'll see if he can turn that around. But I feel like Element's also responding with a Spectre, because they had a bit of trouble with their gyro just not carrying hard enough at the end there.
Looking like a long game here. AM versus Spectre. I can't help but feel like this is a late.
15 minutes.
Just
15
you wait.
minutes max.
The IO plus whatever mid is just gonna snowball out of control.
Unless that, yeah. What do you think it could be at this point? Like, is it worth now reaching for something like a Bristle or something? Like, it's that Ursa. You can't put that middle. Though, right?
I'm curious
No,
to
they
see
do
even how
Ursa
they
mid.
how they lane the.
They do? Oh.
Oh, Ursa mid sounds
Yeah,
not bad.
they've been, a lot of teams have been doing Ursa mid, and you max the Earth Shock, and then you try to get the tether across them as well, and you're just so slow that you only need 1 point in that Fury swipes, and it actually is really scary.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing an Ursa mid.
And they do pick Ursa. It's one of their most picked for Liquid.
Something that's I think the main conundrum for them right now is like how do we guarantee AM free farm? Do we need to send a support there? Because Earth Spirit Jarex is normally roaming around.
Yes.
IO is not a hero. Like we're talking about IO partner for the mid lane. IO may have to just support the AM. And this Night Stalker pick is meant to cause problems for the off lane. Like you put Night Stalker down there, he's a bit of a bully and can contest the AM. Like IO can't zone a Night Stalker. Earth Spirit, not great.
Plus, he has Night Stalker
Yeah.
has control, silence. Yeah, very good against Earth Spirit. Very good.
I don't know. Liquid could pick. What do they want to pick? Something that kind of can create some space for AM, I guess.
I mean, is that or the only other thing I was thinking of, which would be way too greedy? No, never mind. I was thinking something from Atomic, but he's got to be playing the AM here, so it's a Fought to grab, and he doesn't have Viper, he doesn't have Razor.
He played Death Prophet early today. It's still in the pool, but
Does he ever play anything like the Tiny or something?
it's Tiny's banned out.
Oh,
but
yeah, I'm really smart.
I've not seen him play Tiny.
Other than that, it's like,
'Cause-
let's go back to Troll. Let's go back to Troll. Let's go back to
Dragonite? Dragonite seems
Dragon
okay.
Knight.
Oh, with the IO, yeah, really nice.
Dragonite
Puck.
seems decent.
Like, Fought
Yeah.
to Puck was a classic, but it's not really a Wisp combo, but then I guess the Wisp can actually just hang out with AM instead.
Yeah. I don't think the Wisp is going to have like a good partner this game. That's just it's still a good hero. Can save people from ganks with the relocate. Can just sustain heroes in the lane.
I wonder if they had committed for the Wisp in hopes of getting something and had to abandon ship on that idea, or what? I'm curious the mindset. I mean, Kuro's a very, very smart guy, so I wager that maybe it's just they wanted to play a Wisp game.
I bet they know as well. They're doing it again. They're just burning down the time. There's no way they aren't just planning. With the way that
this is like,
plays.
okay, we're going to smoke up, we're going to go top, we're going to hit up this lane, we're going to put the ward there.
Ooh,
okay, wait a minute, folks. Something's a bit fishy here. Mid-Nyx? Like, what are we doing
Core
here?
Visage.
Core Visage.
Well, Nyx is a core
Wait.
regardless because like either offlane or mid.
Are they doing like the lil
Core- it's
dirty
either-
mid-Visage pub style?
It's either core Visage or core Earth Spirit.
Oh, they're hiding it. They're hiding it to the end. Like,
Yep.
you're so sneaky.
What are they doing here? Support Anti-Mage guys? Is that a thing?
I'm so excited.
Mid-Wisp?
Maybe they're going to put Jerick's in
Can
the middle
Fata
lane
play
or a
Wisp?
Spirit?
I like how you're actually so excited. You're rocking back and forth. This is
Yeah,
fantastic.
just like-
Kono guy is just
I'm
like,
ex-
I really want to know what's happening,
Visage is
guys.
in my
And I'm like,
I would say Visage right now may be my favorite hero. He's always been like my
Whoa.
top 3 or so, like top even just to watch to play. Like I freaking love this hero too, so I'm
I
excited.
have-
And
yeah.
I actually like you know how like players like change their names to like be like Navi Dendi or whatever. Like I didn't change it to Lil, but I changed it to Lil Fam whenever I play Visage. I'm just like because I don't want to play as gods. You know, people recognize you, they give you shit, whatever it may be. But
It's one of those
I
heroes,
love
like,
watching.
I'll
Lil
always
play
have
Visage.
respect for a good
Yeah.
Visage player.
Yeah.
It's like you can't hate that person.
Fata
a
Visage, it's
very
happening.
small nerf on the
Wow.
Visage, right? I've never. Does he know? He has to know how to play this hero. Like he's an experienced player, but I've never.
No, they
seen-
swapped back. Oh no, they didn't swap back. Yes.
I mean, are they that far ahead where it's like...
They're actually
They're qualified.
guaranteed
So-
in the playoffs.
But are they guaranteed top seed?
Not sure.
Yeah,
Vega
I-
could win
I
all
think
their
Vega
remaining
can get
games.
top
So it's not
seed.
really back pocket strat necessary now. Not like when Secret pulled out Tiny at the majors, where it's like, we need this win, we're going there. It's not like they're pressed in that, like, kind of pushed into that corner where it's like, we got to pull out the Visage now. So I wonder if they're just kind of, happy that they're guaranteed in their spot and just kind of, doing something a bit different.
I think that's a big part of it, where they're happy to go for a non-comfort pick because they are guaranteed. I think worst case, if they end up tied, it's like tied for first, so they may get the top spot even if they lose this game.
That has to be what it is.
So mid Visage, how on earth do you skill this? I'm assuming you still max Soul Assumption. Point in the Grave Chill.
It's all about just getting a fast level 6 and the kill potential around your familiars, because Io's not going to give him any damage to get kills. I think it's even better to get at level 3 have 2 in Grave Chill. It's better for like the 1v1 matchup, but we'll see. There's different ways. When I've watched Lil, like Lil's like the one Russian streamer I'll watch just because he plays Visage nonstop, and he normally has 2 points in Grave Chill. And it was actually funny because Winter also watches his stream, and Winter, as soon as we arrived at the LAX airport together with some of them for Summit, because me and Winter were in Russia for game show, and as soon as he saw him, Winter's like, "Why do you get 2 points in Grave Chill at level 3?" And I was like, what the hell, Winter? That's a question I wanted to ask him. Like, he's like, why do you at level 3 do you have 2 Grave Chill and 1 Soul Assumption? And he like explained it, and me and Winter just sitting there like eyes wide open like little puppies.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, well, we're not going to question
"Ooh."
whatever you say. You could say just because you feel like it. We'd be like, great.
He
Thank
says
you, Master
anything
Lil.
about Visage, and it's like his word is gospel on the
Yeah,
hero. So
exactly.
we were in awe.
That's how I feel about this guy right here when he plays Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
I was watching him last night play it in the pub. Every time like I see him on my friends list and he happens to be in Earth Spirit game, and especially early, I'm like, I'm watching.
Yeah.
He actually had a bad game, so maybe he knocked that one out, and we'll see if today he's came in with a strong performance.
They also actually have quite good kill potential on the Zeus there, right? Because you've got the Grave Chill, and then you should be able to get the Io in front of him to get the other slow, and then hit him in the face with the spirits.
Well, it looks like the Wisp is going for the pull mid lane. I wonder if he got a troll creep.
Yeah,
He's
he
sitting
must
there.
have,
He must have gotten a troll. If he has a Satyr creep, it's very, very difficult. But the Radiant side pull is much easier.
He's stacking.
He's doing.
He brought out the career for something.
Oh no,
yeah.
he's stacking. Maybe he didn't get the troll, and he's hoping it's there now,
Okay.
and it's not. Otherwise, he'd go for the pull right there. So,
Testing
unfortunate.
that RNG. Just doing things until the rune's up,
I mean, that's good for Elements because what was that? It was Liquid as well, where they got that RNG, and pretty much the pull mid lane is what got them the win. I can't remember what that was. That here at the summit? I can't even think. All the tournaments are coming together right now, but I think it was at the summit where Liquid got that mid lane pull, and it kind of secured them a win to move on.
Oh, and there we go. He's got no mana.
No Fissure. Is it going to mango? Doesn't look like it. And this is actually going to be a first blood for an anti-mage of all heroes, unless he can juke and jive his way out of this one.
New openings here. Come on.
Oh.
Juke Lord. Juke
No,
Lord?
They bring
No
that in.
way.
Then Matumba Man's actually the one.
Yeah.
I like how it's just like you want to juke. I'm just
Whoa,
going to
look
kill
at
all the
Visage
trees.
crushing the CS mid against a Zeus. I mean, Visage does better mid now with the Fairy Fire. It's made actually playing core / mid Visage so much better. but he's winning the CS battle pretty handily.
So when you do this, because this is...
Well, now Zeus just farmed up a lane and got 10 CS, but yeah. Go ahead.
No, when you do this, right, you mentioned it doesn't need to be a back pocket strat that you do this. Do you think that Liquid is purposely putting this out there, hoping to crush this game and maybe get some respect for Visage bans or something? Because, like, I don't know why you'd bring it up. Otherwise, you could back pocket this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just something they actually have just ran, but it's like the opportunity to do it is very, very slim. Kind of like when we used to see Huskar, not when Huskar was like all the rage, but was like, if all the stars aligned and they happen to have heavy magic burst, we can maybe sneak in that 5th pick. Maybe it's one of those opportunities, because the one thing I'm not seeing, which I guess we would figure would be a weakness to a solo mid Visage, is maybe pressure, like rotations, supports coming in. We don't see like the mid lane Bane. We don't even see a... They happen to have a Wisp already on their side, so he's clearly not under any sort of pressure or threat. Maybe it's just one of the few times you can get away with doing it, and they recognize that.
And Zeus, when Visage hits level 6, just dies. Like, you Grave Chill Familiars, like, you cannot stay in the lane. Vata's doing a really good job, has the creep equilibrium, just zones him with Grave Chill, and went for the boots first over the bottle. I don't think you even need, like... I'm not sure, I can't think what Lil normally does here, but I don't think you go for the bottle as the mid Visage. You just go straight into the boots magic wand. And that's what we're seeing him do for now. He's level 5 and just zoning this Zeus out of the lane. Trying to get the soul assumptions up here for a kill. Throws it won't be enough. It's hard to get that burst damage out with an IO Visage to get the charges up.
He is maxing the soul assumption though.
Yeah, I think he would actually have more kill potential with 2-2-1 because he doesn't get... You're never going to get the max charges with an IO on your team, so... And that definitely... I think that's where Lil would have 2 points in Grave Chill, and I don't know if that means you get a kill, but it's definitely like a slight differentiation in the build, but... Once you come together in the mid game, you want to have max soul assumption.
Screen has a small problem. He's going to enter that first night with no mana. Does he have a mango or something? Because otherwise it's going to be a bit... It's not the best for ganking, I'm not going to lie, having no spells.
Jeez, yeah. This is very reminiscent of that last game of Nyx where he's just level... without the death, so far, so good. But he is being completely zoned out.
I mean, Earthshaker was killed, but he at least has 6 and 1 CS.
And he's getting levels off the lane. I think he's at least level 3 probably from where the creep equilibrium's been.
Yeah, this is mind control.
I was talking to Lam about it last game. This is just where you wish you had an Iron Talon in the offlane and just jungled up that big camp. Like, he would be level 2.5, maybe level 3 if he just had an Iron Talon and jungled. It sounds like clowny and a huge gold investment, but why not?
Well, and as we said, it's like if you're the Nyx and you normally try to jungle, it'll take you 2 minutes or something to do 2 camps because of how little you hit for. So having the Iron Talon up can really help. Yeah, screen staying top. I actually think, obviously, it's a bit rough with the Visage, or the Visage.
I mean, what's happening now with the Nyx, even though level 1 and isn't able to jungle because of didn't do anything clowny like I'm talking about, he's keeping the Night Stalker there, so it's like the Visage has had no pressure because they've kept Nyx level 1, so it's a trade-off for Liquid that they're okay with. Like, we've got level 1 Nyx, but all our other lanes go well.
I mean, on the other side, Liquid... Jarek's Earth Spirit also hasn't really moved at all, too, though. He's been just working with the pulls. As I say that, he's actually venturing towards mid lane now, but up till this point, he's been just kind of hanging around the AM, trying his best to work with the creep pulls here. But top lane, Mind Control in a lot of trouble, eats a dagger, Vortex, and of course the Chilling Touch. Too much damage to handle, he goes down.
He's still 1.5. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, he's got no XP. It's
a hard life.
It's a hard life. It's ultimately not going to hurt Liquid too much. Visage will get level 6, and Elements will have to swing multiple heroes off the lane to stop Visage just killing everyone and everything on the map.
And on the upside, when that Assassinate finally comes out, it's not called Assassinate, what is it? Vendetta finally comes out, it'll be a huge surprise because it'll be 6 so late. It's going to be great.
You're probably looking at the clock like, it's 15 minutes in, let's just assume he has Vendetta, and then you're like, wait, he's level 4, okay.
It's like, I'm level 14, was that just a Nyx that hit me?
Yeah. So, it's going to be great. It's... You never think of that type of play. Did he? Yeah, Io sends some illusions up, and so they're going to scout. Oh.
Where are the Familiars? And not here. Okay, they're coming in from over the trees. I like that play, but the Zeus does some good burst damage, but...
Not enough. Not enough, and now there's going to be a Haunt coming out. They're looking for a response. They might be able to get Kuroki down. They will. Will they get a special here? No! Fata's got the burn micro. He's going to stun him up, but there is a hard commitment now coming out from Elements. They're going to be diving past the tower. The fissure.
Familiars are still there. They do a lot of damage.
Secure it. Jarek's is showing up. He gets the kickoff.
These Familiars,
here.
you cannot fight them!
But man, these birds.
Double kill from the grave for Fata. That's... not necessarily ideal for him, but it's still pretty damn nice.
And Jarek's got a bunch of that experience, so he's
Yeah,
very
he was
close
there.
to 6, right? He's
Oh
5.5
my
something,
God.
7 minutes in.
He
You know-
is going to be a
Right?
force.
I mean, speaking of level 1, often his Earth Spirit is really underleveled because he spends so much time camping mid, but this game he's just been in the safe lane, pulling.
Yep.
Then he gets that XP.
He has arcades now if he wants to go pick them up, which means he certainly has plenty of mana to do multiple combos or always just have enough to
All right.
offer.
He
This
suddenly
is-
looks like core Earth Spirit.
This is one of those where your mid gets ganked, but one of your supports came in and got all the experiences. Just very
Yep.
happy.
Level 6 at 7.5 minutes in. That's like a free solo kill on anyone you find if you want to use Magnetize, and you've got the stones for it.
He went straight for the urn. Great grab, though, also on a Earth Spirit. You're always going to be in the fights.
It's a small thing, but also with them running 3 melee heroes on elements and, well, Zeus being small ranged, although not his spells, do you think there's very slight AoE change to stone form on the Visage birds? It got a slight increase, I think like 50 units or something ridiculous. Helps out, right? Maybe it's just that where they're like, there's enough melee heroes. This is better. Everything's better about the Visage. Well, not everything. A little bit better to Visage.
I'm sure he's just happy to take whatever extra loving the Frog is happy to give him there. Visage players, the dozens of them across the globe, super happy. Every little bit
I've
tells
got a
me
smile on
dozens
my
of
face,
us.
Dakota.
Yeah, but it's hard to say at the same time, like those kind of numbers. I know they're hold on, as a rolling boulder. Huge long commitment. There's the Magnetize. This is the end of Illidan.
Yeah. And they know he doesn't have Haunt to use it towards the mid lane.
Yeah, he's done for sure. This Magnetize will go all the way through.
To the grave. Oh
He
my
actually could
God.
drop that one a little lower.
He really
and-
wants those urn charges.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get it's magnetized.
Yep.
Also,
He's done. Oh man,
And-
wonderful.
He's got a very full
I mean, he had never had to use a stone. He had all of his stones in reserve for
Bloody
that.
hell.
I mean, he used all of his stones for that. That's like max.
And that's worth it. You
max
just
optimization of
now you spend the
Magnetize.
next 2 minutes just kind of chilling, rebuilding up your stone charges.
Yeah, you'll do nothing now for a while.
Fine.
But to get down a Spectre and an AA for all that, it's well
That's
worth.
takes
And
me
a tier 1.
that takes me back to like the old Earth Spirit. Like seeing that is like that's what Earth Spirit used to do when he was like first added to the game.
When he
and,
was
like,
first out of the game,
ridiculous.
his pull was the stun,
Yeah.
and the kick was the silence, and that made it so broke because you could guarantee the stun every time because
Yeah.
you just drop it on them and pull.
Did Magnetize even used to like more damage? I feel too.
Oh, yeah,
it
I'm
used
sure
to
it
be
did.
even. I think Magnetize used to be even more insane.
The AoE was probably bigger, I'm sure, because right now it's like nothing.
Yeah.
And AM hasn't had to do too much down bottom, so looking on way to like a 15-minute. 15-minute might be too soon because he went the treads, but it's good timing. Going to be coming out of Battle Fury.
Do we know if Matam Man is a CTY fan, or
Yes,
has he got
he's
his
done it.
own side?
Yes.
That's
he's-
just the
he's
thing
a
now, huh?
Hyperstone.
I wonder
He's a Moonshad buyer.
I wonder what Envy thinks of that. He's very particular about his AM
Yeah.
play and who he watches play. Top lane, look at that.
No,
This is
we're
going
not going to look at that.
Much
We're not
more
going to look at
smoothly.
that. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the I was because Ben and I were seeing it yesterday, and Ben wasn't convinced on it yet. I'm also like not totally convinced that it's like better than the Vlad's build. There's so many situations where AM was low in HP and couldn't go back into a fight because he didn't have the Vlad's lifesteal, where he just hits some neutrals, heals back up, and he continues to farm. So.
Okay.
Possibly another Magnetize not available, but he'll get the solo kill.
Yep, only need the
There
one for
is the horn. I
He
was
boulders out of there as well to the AA.
Yeah, and the AA has
Oh.
no catch, but look at this. Illidan will be able to kind of get in, kick back, and they
Oh.
won't have a stun. He's good.
And he cut that so close. If he doesn't kick him back, he goes down to a couple
Mhm.
right clicks. Well played, Jerks. Well played.
For the AM here, though, how much do you need armor? Because that's the another thing about the Vlads, right? It's like, more armor is always good, but there's a lot of magic burst here, so
Yeah,
maybe
it's-
you go for the auto-attacking. I don't know.
It's-
Just trying to figure out why you might or might not for some of these players.
It's the new age of AM play, I guess.
These guys have played this hero
Yeah.
tons of times in pubs, doing that same cookie cutter build-up. Maybe eventually just one try something out. It's like, hey, I noticed that I got to set item
Yeah.
this much faster. It's worth it to go this way, and then it's just a matter of kind of reading the game, recognizing how much kind of farm potential you have, and
And Vlad's doesn't give you extra kill potential, like if you do come to a fight. Like having a Hyperstone is super, like Hyperstone
Uh-oh.
Yasha
Uh-oh.
with the Battle Fury is just insane. Oh, no, no, is that...
it's a Vanguard on Spectre.
Please,
I'm not-
please,
I'm not-
Dakota, no bullying here in the Beyond the Summit stream.
I'm not laughing because she got stuck getting a Vanguard, but we
No.
were talking a lot about Vanguard yesterday and how it's the official Dota sign of I've given up. I've given up the chase towards the Relic Rush,
The game is going poorly.
and the game is very hard.
Yeah.
The Relic Rush here, though, is also...
There's so
It's
many
rough.
other small items you can get to. Like
Oh, of
normally you'd
course.
see like a Urn or an Aquila. Like it just if you're struggling, but when you go the full Vanguard, it means you're really extra struggling, and you're worried like you'll just keep on dying without the Vanguard.
Does the Night Stalker already have the Own? Because I actually think the Own here would have been very nice for Spectre, since she's supposed to, with this global strat, get a lot of free kill involvement. Although AA still doesn't have 6.
Yeah, they're struggling to find kills, and Earn is like a tiny boost to your HP. It's like not comparable to the Vanguard.
I mean, look, this is nighttime, and they're the ones that are on the defensive right now. Oh, a couple of misses here coming out from Liquid on various setups, so they are going to get Kuro down, it looks like, with the burst, but Fata gets his own return to go down on the other side. Fata even heavy burst, but there's the silence, there's the stun, and there's the magnetize. Probably doesn't have a lot of stone remnants to keep it charged up, though, I'm sure, and he's going to have to turn back in away, so looks like Illidan's going to be fine. Walk in, Echo comes out, though, from Melancholy, and now Mind Control under a lot of pressure, but look at that. The return comes out, Kuro is back, he's got the spirits, he links up with Fata, and they got the kick kill coming out from Jarix. Oh, it's all Liquid all day.
Did he? Because I don't think Melancholy on the Earthshaker managed. Oh, screen. What are you doing? Oh, okay. So he's gonna try to kill for this Io. Will he get it? I think Fodder might be able to turn around with just these autos and get some work done. There's no mana on the Zeus. Probably just a little bit worried. Doesn't want to feed his familiars. I don't think the poor Earthshaker managed to get the auto attack off after the Enchant Totem. Just blew up.
I think the nuke coming out from Visage, maybe a Grave Chill, and the Carapace was also going to be cast because he doesn't have enough levels in the Aftershock, so unfortunately just didn't quite have the damage to kill off the Nyx there. That was so close to being like a good turnaround fight for Elements, and instead they're looking at a overfarm Visage as well as Anti-Mage now.
Was Anti-Mage even there?
No.
That's just
not really.
And also something we were saying yesterday, that feeling when you're off and farming and your other 4 are getting the job done versus a 5, you're just like, this is going to be a good game. And I'm sure he's grinning ear to ear now as he farms up a huge little stack.
Sub 15-minute Battle Fury. I mean, yes, he got a free lane, but he only had 1. Oh, now he has 2 kill involvements.
He had like 1,300 gold with the Battle Fury at 14 minutes, so this is like as fast as you can possibly farm on an Anti-Mage.
Yeah, and the other thing to note, A still not level 6, while I think Jarix last time we checked was level 8, as high as the Spectre. Yeah, higher actually when it comes to experience. So that's always fun, you know. Supports out leveling you. Oh, Mind Control hit level 6 before. It's 14 minutes in. Good call.
Good for him, except, okay, they got the stun catch right there near the tip. A Haunt is going to have to be committed, but they get the kill. Illidan, is he going to commit in here for this one? It looks like he will. A kill on the Kuro will help give him a little bit of bounty gold there. Will they chase? No. They will wait. Smart call. Jarix was waiting in the wings right there to turn it right back and around. I'm sure he had Magnetize ready to go. And Elements, they get a little bit of love in there, but they still have to lose for it.
And we see it again from Mind Control. Like on the Earthshaker, he does go back for the Iron Talon when he's under-leveled, under-farmed. So had the Iron Talon on Nyx. It just seems to be like the offlane item. Even if you don't get it as a starting item to jungle with, like we're just taking it to the next level, just having it as the catch-up farm.
Fata will get hit by this blast here. And a dagger, but obviously no follow-through is going to be there and available for Elements now. So Elements, backs against the wall, just recover, find the farm that you can here. What is the ultimate, wild card comeback here? I don't see a Blink Dagger in this Earthshaker's near future. Zeus is looking to throw together maybe a Yules or something. It would help against, taking off the Magnetize or any sort of severe lockdown, but
they're going to hit their global wombo combo.
Yeah, right.
The Zeus ulti, Spectre ulti with the AI splash. Just find lots of pickoffs using that. Got to kill probably Visage and Nyx as the key targets. Earth Spirit's also a big kill. Anti-Mage isn't on the list just because I don't think they can kill him, which is otherwise he would be. Yeah. But Anti-Mage is just too far ahead and has the magic resistance.
Because eventually your Spectre will outcarry the Anti-Mage, and if you can just get the pickoffs to get her into a good fighting position where the Anti-Mage has to choose what to focus on, the rest of your team or deal with the Spectre, I think it's possible. It is rough though.
Yeah, getting there is just hard. Like your Spectre's gonna farm incredibly slow. Has the Vanguard so she can stay out on the lanes, but it's not good for your farm rate.
Yes, she has the Vanguard.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh dear.
What did she purchase up? She had more gold.
Spectre
just
saving 1,000 gold for Relic or whatever now. Treads, Bassi.
Yeah. Oh, she finished.
Bought a lot of small items. Actually, yeah, upgraded the boots, had upgraded Magic Wand. Doesn't have the Aquila, but yeah, just lots of small items.
Let's see, Jarex is stalking their jungle. Probably just gonna murder someone with Magnetize.
He's got 5 stones. I mean, the best thing now would be maybe just getting to a level 11. But that AA cannot come close.
And Nyx is going to probably go for like the camp behind tower.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if A comes off of the tower.
Oh, AA, this is a sad place to be, perhaps.
You're already dead.
No. They're going to swing back. They've caught Night Stalker. Well, caught vision of Night Stalker, but not able to catch him.
This is where it feels like Liquid are just like sharks in the water here. A big jump over, and nice little KS there from Jarex, catching him with the kick stun. And now it's going to be Mind Control. Under a little pressure here, pops the Carapace, avoiding the Void damage, but the Void will eventually come out. There's a link in from Kuro. Does he need to recall? It's not going to matter. They're all going to get the kill, but now Magnetize comes out from Jarex. Creeps looking to even get involved in this one. Melancholy looking to walk in, trying to find an Echo Slam target. Just dishes it out, but it's not very effective. He's not much else to offer. Still under Magnetize. No refresh of the stone. They'll make the retreat back to the base. Meanwhile, Jarex gets the full silence, looking to roll away.
Oh, there's a Magnetize.
It refreshes, yeah. Somehow,
Yep.
Illidan won with the lingering last Magnetize bit, but they are going to catch Jarex with the fissure. No one will be going down. This is the first real successful trade for Elements this game.
That gets some of the Blink Dagger up on Shaker now, and just a lot of heroes getting low, but unable to kind of coordinate, burst someone down. They could have saved the Nyx there with the relocate, but I think Kuro just trying to keep it available for later in the fight or for a higher priority target other than the Nyx. Nyx has already used all his spells, so he's like, well, I can relocate, save you, but what are you going to offer to the fight? Which I guess would have been a second Impale, but...
I think one, I mean, maybe I would be thinking too much into this, but one, unfortunate thing for Liquid is when they have Jarex and he's committing for the earn for the team, you don't have it on Kuro. So maybe a self-earn to the Lincoln might have given enough sustain to help someone like Nyx there. Just one of those small things because, Wisps love having earn, but Earth Spirits love it as much too. So a bit of a conflict there, and now you see that Kuro has to go, a bottle and probably something completely
There's
different.
an Ags as well as Atos already on Visage.
And Jarex is about to have pipe.
Yeah. I think the Vanguard actually a totally legit item because of Visage. The damage block helps a ton against those familiars. I actually, now that I think about it and the fact that the Ags is online, I think the Vanguard does pay for itself.
Wow.
But it's one of those kind of rare scenarios where the Vanguard, the damage block, actually matters a lot more because of the familiars.
And they own this jungle. There's nowhere for Elements to farm except for the little hard camp and the Ancients.
They're just neutering Elements
Kick him
here.
in. Kick him in.
Oh, yeah, he could. He really
see
could.
the Ags, but he's gonna
Oh, he's just
Magnetite.
going to give him Ebola. It's not very polite.
Pulls the stone. He tried to get like a twofer with that one, but doesn't matter.
Oh, and that was just like the dream time to have an Invis rune. You scout out the blink that had just been picked up that we're trying to stab some kills with, and looking for more here. There's a lot of damage coming out. Mind Control falls to start things off, and Kuro and Fata on the run here. Illidan's just chasing him down. This Tread's Vanguard build just giving him so much survivability. Another familiar stun going to be needed. Fata running out of space here, and
Yeah, that's a big bounty, right? So
can't resummon.
maybe
Gets
maybe not such a big bounty.
King
Never came.
Rune.
I wish it
Another
was a
grave
regen.
chill in 3 seconds. Nyx
Oh no, there's nice DC dead for sure. Pop him,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
this Jarex is back.
Oh, he tried to like roll in, kick him.
No,
with
he
something.
goes into a silence now. He's just fed himself away. He's got one stone left. Get the kick off. Boom. Roll. It's on cooldown.
He's doing so much damage to them here
The
too.
birds.
Screen? No, not quite gonna kill Screen. How much the Spectre? She's in a really good spot now if she lives, because
Yeah.
Jarex is still on the case.
Yeah, Spectre's suddenly got a realistic timing on this relic. AM has not come to a fight though. This is just AM Dota.
Yeah. This is the thing is poor Elements are just probably like, yeah, we're holding on. You're doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden you're
By
like,
the way-
"God damn it, AM.
Yeah,
Oh!
this game has been 4v5 for the last
I hate
20
that.
minutes, or at least the last like 10 to 15. The AM's just been off on his own. He was at least present in the laning stage, shutting down the Elements off lane. But yeah, he's got Manta, Hyperstone.
Yep, Hyperstone, casual Hyperstone. We love that.
Yeah.
It's the build. I honestly, it must be more efficient for. Otherwise, there's no other
happening a
reason
lot.
like all the top anti-mage players out there would be getting it if it was.
It feels like one of those things like I could just imagine it's like the AM player, like maybe it was even, I mean, CTY was the first I saw it do
it's
it.
the first I've seen.
Someone sees it, they take it to their next pub playing AM, they try it out, they recognize like, hey, there's something to this, and then they just kind of pass the word along, or somehow word gets out. But here we go now. It looks like a casual breakout here. Element's chance to roll in the backside. Jarix goes right for the Earthshaker here, so he can't get a lot off. Can't blink, still magnetized. Just has forced to walk in. Gets them Echo off. That means Matama Man's going to be going down right now. And look at this. Mind control. Trying to find a corner to hide in. Is able to slightly juke. Hides behind Jarix here. Meanwhile, they're going to be sweeping through, trying to get a hold of Fots on the backside. It's just absolute chaos through and through, as Illidan's going to be cleaning up with a triple kill now. They're going to get the Fisher onto Jarix. This is a 2-for-1. Does he have a roll? No. He needs 4 seconds. He has a kick. Could kick him away. Will do the kick away, but the roll comes up a bit too late.
Whoa.
That's a 5-man wipe on the side of Liquid. Elements
Surprise.
0.
lose no one
Oh
at
my
all.
God.
So I feel like a lot of that was...
Where's that team fight recap? There we go.
Yeah. Ooh.
6k gold swing. How much damage did people do? Zeus, yeah, no surprise there. He dished out the most. Spectre and
AM did
Earthshaker,
nothing.
honorable mentions.
Right, that's the issue. The Earthshaker
Yeah, AM
actually managed to
AM died.
ulti him.
Yeah, what happened to the AM?
blown up.
I
He got
couldn't quite see
solo
up to that
ulti.
point because
Yep.
Jarix was like holding back the Earthshaker, but he still got to casually catch up with the AM, and then at that point, AM had not much left.
Elements just looked at it fine, like, holy crap, we are so much stronger in a team fight. We could buy a Relic on Spectre, and that's not going to help us team fight. Like, let's buy a Diffusal instead. This is actually just going to be so hard to fight into. Like, heroes like Io just got blown up that fight by the Haunt plus Zeus Ultimate. The Ice Blast went flying in as well, and this is really hard to fight into, like, right now at this present time. And because of the Treads Vanguard, like, he's super tanky, he can just get in their face, and I kind of like it. He can go back for the Radiance later. He can still get a 32-minute Radiance, and the item still kind of pays for itself.
Also the Dispersion, because of that Vanguard, we keep talking about it, but it's actually doing a lot of work, which, kind of ironic, but ends up working out for them. And Earth Spirit, still needs to get. If they had the pipe that fight, it wouldn't have gone nearly so badly.
Pipe's really good against the Spectre too. Oh, more so when he has the Radiance.
It's
but-
typically not an Earth Spirit pickup, but it's one of those things. It's like, well, they recognize that Element's raw power of damage that's going to be coming up, because at that point in time, Spectre had nothing. So it's like, it's all going to be on this blinking Earthshaker and Zeus. And it's like, well, if you just get a pipe, those two will not be a problem. Fortunately, didn't have the pipe for the whole team at the time. I do like that Diffusal pickup on Spectre. It's nice also because, you know, hey, anyone that's magnetized, no cooldown, diffuse, get rid of everyone. Purge off all magnetizes.
That's one way to counter it.
You gotta keep rebuying.
I'm just
Yeah, but
surprised.
you never know what those last few pulses are about to kill someone.
Yeah.
Then,
He's just surprisingly being able to tank the Magnetize just by having the Vanguard too.
well, for him, he's like, I'll take it because I
Yeah.
can reflect that sweet damage back out.
And Mind Control's having very little success. Actually has 5 assists or so, I think. But again, 0-4, you know, this is where we've seen him be. The Impale's not... it's hard. You need people to stand in the line. You need them to be close together because the Impale without the Aether Lens isn't that long.
He's almost up to Blink money, assuming that's what he wants to get. It's either that or a Midas, I feel. If you feel like you just want to go late game and get a Midas to secure some more items, but...
That's one of those fights, though, and Liquid are just like, uh-oh, whoa. The dog
Yeah.
just got hit in the nose with a newspaper right now. And it's
Yeah,
just
the
like,
team's like probably
oh.
asking like, okay, you died there, Matama member. Are we still okay? Are we winning this game? Like, how farmed are you? And he is still almost not quite double the Spectre, but he's a full 7,000 net worth ahead of Spectre. So, Liquid, it's still okay for them. It's
Yeah.
just you look at
Full
the
Moonshot.
yeah. This is what we saw yesterday as well. Like the upgrade into the Moonshot and replace the poor man's shield with like an Abyssal or something, and then you eat the Moonshot and buy a Butterfly. I don't know. It's
AM stuff.
AM
Yeah, it
stuff.
was-
It's its
weird.
own, like, science and technology there.
You know, it was really weird because yesterday the one that we saw was it was like a Battle Fury and then the casual Hyperstone and then the Manta, and I was like, okay, because we thought he was maybe going in AC just because of the heroes he was up against. Either way, it's again the Veil AA, and you know, lots of magic damage makes sense, and especially if Spectre can get that Radiance online. 16 seconds is really long. I think we forget that sometimes about Veil, that it lasts for years. Or I forget that. Probably the rest of you don't. Zero.
Twitch chat never forgets anything.
That's true.
Nope. As long as one person knows it in Twitch chat, everyone
Oh.
catches on like
Oh.
wildfire, like, yeah,
Yeah, horrible.
I knew that too.
So, still working on that pipe. I think delay the next team fight till you have the pipe, right?
No, pipe definitely is a necessity at this point if they want to engage in any sort of team fight whatsoever. I mean, you could just recognize now the body language from Liquid are just kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not going to go past that river so hastily this time. Let's
Really-
wait before we have all of our weapons ready to go.
Yep. Am tanking up with a Reaver now, so he's going to go hard. But yeah, they've really fallen off. It's I think more so than anything is they've got level problems. Like Visage is level 11 right now. He had such a good start, but 2 team fights in a row he's died. He hasn't been farming, and I think he's been level 10, level 11 for like something like 6 to 8 minutes of this game. Nyx is still really underleveled, only has 1 point in Carapace, so there's just a lot of underleveled heroes on the Liquid side outside of the Anti-Mage who's just been solo power farming. He's level like 20, I don't know, something stupid, ridiculous Anti-Mage-like, but outside of that, yeah, Nyx level 9. It's Elements who have the more balanced draft right now as far as everyone getting farm and levels on their team.
Does have the Nyx Blink though. That'll hopefully help. And I'm assuming is the Radiance up? Oh no, remember she went
Yeah.
Fuse. I'm not terribly just late.
Well, and even Radiance is still like a possibility that she doesn't go for it because it doesn't help. Right now, AM is going to be the big long-term problem, and Radiance is not an item that does much against the AM, so you may just completely skip it if you're in.
I mean, he may
Spectre's position.
miss a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Okay. Get Butterfly.
Yeah,
It's
right?
just
That's what,
like-
but that's, yeah,
Yeah.
just get a butterfly. then
Even
you're
the
fine.
Hot might be better to do more
Yeah.
dispersion damage. Like there's a lot of options. So.
Diffusal, Manta into Heart, Skadi, Butterfly, like all these kind of fighting items. that
And
you could go-
refresher.
And if you want to go like
Yes.
more fighting items like a Diffusal Manta, then you can fit in nicely with an Abyssal Blade because you get the extra attack speed. But you can't get all these like Abyssal Blade type items on Spectre if you're going Radiant.
Uh-oh. We got smokes from both sides here. Liquid are in the mid, and Elements looking to flank.
That's
Oh, if
the
he didn't
Echo.
know it, he's in a perfect Echo spot. Jumps right on the mid lane and gets a huge one onto the 2. Fissure follow-up. Kuro goes down. Disaster for Liquid. They've already lost 3. Now they're going to isolate Fata. He's going to be going down. Matamoment's able to shred apart the Earthshaker and get one thing going for their team. But, oh, my. Elements. What a position for them.
So he also broke the entirety of the smoke, and I feel like that should have keyed Liquid off to something, but I guess they just thought it was someone in front of them.
It was nighttime. It was
Yeah,
so
they couldn't
awkward.
see
That
him off
that was
to the
such a
right.
weird position to break smokes when it's nighttime because they were just out of range. And they were both teams were in fog. That's why Earthshaker didn't get the instant echo off, and Liquid also didn't see the shaker. That was just overall very awkward situation. Anti-Mage did a moonshot, which gives you extra night vision, but I think even with that, they weren't quite sure what was going on because of the ramp being fogged there. They thought heroes were up the ramp.
This is actually, I think, one of the few times we get to say the Moonshot Night Vision actually had impact. I'm very happy. So, Abel's gonna... Oh, actually, Mind Control.
3 of them, and look at this Night Stalker rolling. That's
Oh,
dead
no.
Kuro.
Yeah.
This
And
guy's
Mind
dead
Control.
too. Mind Control gone. Whoa. Dude,
They-
Elements just like ramped it up. Like ever since they got that one fight going, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
we can play.
Well, the problem's being the game was 4v5 and it was fine for a while, and then once Elements got their kind of key levels, they won a fight, then that got them their key items like their Blink Daggers, their Axel Nightstalker, and then now they're just crushing these fights, and AM's like, oh, I guess I gotta show up, but it's too late for that. Yeah,
Maybe
Spectre, there we
split
go.
this
It's
time.
Manta. He's going for the fighting items. Wants to be able to deal with the Anti-Mage, which is just... Right now, this stage, you look at these fights and you're like, man, we are actually in such a good position. The only way we lose this game is if Anti-Mage somehow gets out of control. So Spectre is just purely focused on that. Screw your Radiance. I don't care about killing these supports because these supports and Visages and Nyxes are just paper. They die regardless of what items they have.
Oh, man, in
He's
trouble.
You might... They've got the Nightstalker vision.
Oh,
Yep.
no. They get a nice jump onto him here. The Melancholy play.
That was such a coordinated gank. Also, Spectre, probably... Was the Ice Blast damage not enough? What level is this A? Oh, well. Oh, they clicked on the career and I was like, oh, poor A, level 10. Yeah. Oh, level... Interesting.
He got the veil. I didn't realize that he was the one that got the veil.
Yeah, it's actually something we've seen twice now today. I think it makes sense because the Earthshaker, of course, wanting to walk towards the Blink, but it's a bit weird, right? Because normally as AA, you're like,
Far.
I'm on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Piss
Oh,
off,
veil
me.
from the other side
Yeah.
of the map.
I'm gonna be farming top lane. You guys
Yeah.
have a team fight.
It's
so-
more like the fighting item
This is
where
like
you're
the dunking it. Yeah.
You want to be around the fight for your Ice Vortex. It's got a really long cast range, like same, and it gives you mana pull, so you can spam your Vortex, spam your Cold Feet, and be like in a close range for the fight where you can use your Veil. Also has a long range, so it just kind of combos well with a more fighting style Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, and a lot of obviously the Ice Vortex amps up your magical damage of your whole team, and then Veil as well. So feels good.
Well, towers now start to drop, and
So if this game, let's say without seeing how it's going to finish out, and let's just say Liquid end up losing, how much of this game do you pin on the fact that they rolled with this mid Visage? Do you think you pin much of it at all?
A
On
little
that?
bit.
Just because people are going to look at the draft, they're going to see that they could, if it ends up being a Liquid loss, their initial reaction is to be like, well, why the hell were they putting Fath on a Visage mid? Was that the reason they lost? And would you say up to this point that's it? Maybe a little bit. Is it awkward now? I'm sure normal Liquid fans, if they really need this win, are kind of hoping like, man, I wish Fath was a Razor right now or something.
The draft was kind of unforgiving because they only have the Anti-Mage to scale into the late game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Visage will start to fall off a little bit. He's going for the Ags Atos build too, which is more like the nuking Visage type build. It's all like the carry items, which I think it was the right way to play. It was very much they had to snowball and never let Elements win a fight. Once Elements won that first team fight, it was like, oh gosh, they're in some trouble here.
I think they also made a small, as you said, they couldn't let them win a team fight, and they underestimated them. They'd been taking a number of engagements without the Anti-Mage, and just when the Wombo combo actually hit, it turned out they had a lot of trouble. But because previously, when they lost that first team fight, we're going to see an Echo Slam to lock him down. Ice Blast, will he be staying there? There's a lot of magic resistance, but he should be fine. Yeah. Glimmer Cape, look at that.
From
Kuro will die instead. They can still chase him down. They've got the Night Stalker vision here, possibly.
Oh, that was very close.
It's away.
Man, they are not giving Liquid the breath right now to find some farm and just kind of get back in their comfortable shoes. Elements, are they going to go for the Roche here? It's up. And with Wisp out of the picture, I don't see any reason why they can't really do it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm also
Not
curious.
that they have a pretty bad Roche lineup, so.
I wonder if Jarex is going to try to get an Agnum Scepter here. Adds a lot of late game to the Earth Spirit.
It's just so hard to see, like, them. So right now, like, you're looking at Liquid, like, what's their win condition for this game? And it's like, the AM's the only one who can carry and deal damage in the late game in some ways. Like, Visage will start dealing a whole lot less. Manta Spectre can, like, instantly take out Familiars because of with the help of the illusion, so.
Yeah.
Whereas on Element side, you've got Zeus dealing out damage, you've got the Earthshaker, and I mean, I think Ags absolutely. I think it's the item to get.
It's like, because there's
elsewhere, I'm
plenty of
thinking
game
what they
left
can
for
get into.
Liquid. You're looking at their map. They have a tier 1 even still top, plenty of tier 2s. By the time, like, Elements are looking to pressure into the high ground, maybe by then Jarex could have an Ags.
Yep.
And that's when the shenanigans really begin. And you catch, like, one Earthshaker hiding on the side, and you kick him into your own base, get him out of the fight. The game's back open for you.
They need to win a fight, and then AM just, like, he takes the base. He's their building sieger.
They actually could also fall back on split push. They haven't been doing it too much, but AM exposed that top racks. So if maybe the rest of his team is losing a team fight, we've seen this before. If you're losing a team fight in your jungle because they've smoke ganked you, doesn't matter. AM's taking their base.
Yeah. And Visage Birds.
Yeah.
So
Here.
lots of little rat tactics here available for Liquid if they do decide to go pull out Plan R. We'll see.
Is that officially what
Plan
rat
Rat.
is? Plan all?
Or Plan Dong, I
Plan
guess.
Plan
Should name it
Dong?
Plan.
I feel like Plan Dong might be something else, but moving right along. We got Matumba. What is he? He's got. Did he go for the Abyssal? Is it up? He feels like he's foaming up a storm, but we'll never know. I blame Casper.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because sometimes I said something like talking about the Ags and I clicked right on it and I'm like, well, do we have an ops here? All
No,
right.
nobody's awake right now. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure
We
we're
don't
alone.
actually have a producer.
Yeah.
This is being
Surprise.
self-produced.
Casper and I just.
Oh.
See,
Oh.
I think there is someone about it. Or we're haunted. I don't know. One of the two. Rob has said this camera person
Oh,
needs
they're
a break,
awfully
and I have stepped in. Good for him. Look at this, like slow siege coming out from Liquid,
Oh.
man.
bad. So she's
Yeah.
going Abyssal too. I mean, it's not unusual when you think of it as Abyssal, but
It's the fight I kind of mentioned, like, with all these attack speed items, you can fight a lot better. It's locked down, so you can just go head-to-head with AM. Like, it's going to be so much better against AM than the Radiance would be.
because we've all seen that where, the AM just Abyssals Montas on the Spectre and she gets blown up. And so if she can do the reverse, hey,
Yeah,
happy day.
the dream for Spectre is getting, like, Abyssal Butterfly now, and then you're king of the team fights. You can take AM on head-on as well.
So gonna be, there are rocks in that base. Gonna be.
Those are mind game stones right there. You just drop them all over. Team's going to be like, what are they going to do with those? Oh, commitment in right now. They want to get the Zeus out, and they will. And he has no buyback. He's out for a minute. Not going to be able to commit on this one. And they get a good opening here onto Illidan. Eats a soul assumption. But Tumbleman looking to go in hard on it. But she's able to make it back and away. Towards the fountain she goes, but look at the commitment in. They get magnetized as Night Stalker, I guess, was trying to just siege himself. Now it's just Elements under the gun right now. They have just isolated them one by one. They're going to be stuck as a 3.
What a great jump, yeah. And
Yeah.
Matumman, that's what the HUD's there for. It just allows him to play this super aggressive style where he's got this huge HP pool to survive all the nukes, all the AoE, and he never gets anywhere close to shadow range from the Ice Blast. And with that BKB and Heart of Tarrasque, he is just unkillable.
Yep, and this is Liquid for you as well. You make one mistake, you don't have buyback on your Zeus in this example. Like, they just take your base and win the game.
Jesus, he hits fast.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And
He
see in the
slices.
dog.
He dices. He takes it out, Rex.
Well,
And he takes you out of the
that's-
qualifier.
That's the power of the Moonshot build.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is more so than most games. You don't even need the butterfly evasion. Moonshot gives you more damage output than a butterfly does, so it totally makes sense. I mean, I feel like they're getting Moonshot every game nowadays on AM, so I'm not sure if that's always going to be the build, but
Ooh.
Man, this build has worked out
Man,
perfectly.
Did he even get hit by Zeus Ult? He's eating a lot of burst damage now, but he gets certainly a lot of
He's
assistance
back.
with those stuns. Nyx and Jarek's, both of them, committing a lot.
You
so
can go
that
back in
AM
after
can
the
get
Heart of
safety.
Tarrasque kill kicks in.
Yep. Oh, no. Ice Blast does fly through him, so he's going to pop.
Yep, and there's a jump
Nice
on
Ice
the
Blast.
deck, but you're 2 racks down.
Yep.
And while you do have a Spectre, this is still really
Kuro
rough.
Glimmer? Nope.
If he managed to not get hit by the Ice Blast there, it would have been like a big turnaround opportunity, but yeah, ultimately Elements down. 2 lanes of racks. It's a lot smoother sailing here on out for Liquid.
Not tapping out yet, though. They still have what looks like a little bit of confidence. They can pull it out. Spectre Gaming. We'll see. I've seen it. The Pat Soul Dream. He's pulled out crazy Spectre game comebacks. Down 2 racks. I don't know if
Oh.
Elements can do it, though. We'll see. Ooh.
And do you see that? Liquid was so far ahead, and then Elements brought it back.
To
And
pretty much
yep,
even.
Yep. And then that's racks.
It just
So.
the BKBs made a huge difference in that fight, and something I mean, it kind of looked like things were swinging a lot of Elements when it definitely was, but once the BKBs came out for Visage as well as Anti-Mage at the same time, they're like, all right, let's just go for a push. We see an opportunity to get a jump on Zeus. Let's do it. Let's blow him up. If he had buyback there, I think Elements may be able to hold high ground, but it would have still been like, oh, you just bought back Zeus and you're still in a really bad spot. It's just good heads up play from Liquid, knowing their kind of lineups timing window to take the game.
Are they trying to roche? Like, what is he just chilling in there, waiting? Nope, they're roaching. Okay. Visage. Can't say it. English, difficult. Gonna find out about this, but whether they can actually stop it. Spectre is right on top of it. They're rotating the Nyx in.
Oh,
Nobody
God.
else.
Oh, he's stuck juggling these frickin' birds. Well, they are going to get it. That's not the first Roche of the game, is it? Or is it?
Yeah, it is.
That's the first Roche?
Yep.
Maybe. Yep.
Huh.
Elements have a really bad Roche lineup. It takes them a while and
Yeah.
until they get a certain amount of farm. And Liquid AM can when he goes to the Vlad's build, but this build is not really. He can definitely Roche with this build. It's a bit riskier, and he's been wanting to. It's time not pressuring lanes, I guess. It's the kind of decision he made.
They veiled those creeps. Yeah, this may be... They got a couple different ways that they can play this for Liquid. It's odd. They're playing really far up as if they want to play into the Aegis, but I think waiting it out might be a bit safer. They're not on too much of a timer
Yeah.
with 2 racks down.
And AM can eat the Moonshard, buy the Butterfly now if he wants to. They've got some item progression available.
Butterfly or Abyssal, whatever he's into.
Yeah.
What's Jarek's got? Does he get that Agnes? He building towards the Agnes, my man? Oh, he's getting there. He's got 2
Career's coming.
components.
Career's coming.
Oh, what's on
Career
it?
delivered to
Ah,
Really
yes.
good, so it's gotta be.
Please, show me the Ebola. I want to see stone kickouts. This guy can do it.
stuff.
All right. Now, and then, obviously as well, you get your pull save.
Yeah.
So now you can just, what they might do, because it's the Liquid way to play a safer way of play, is they'll probably have Jerks just kind of sit on the outside of the fight and yoink out if there's trouble. A yoink back towards him with a stone kicked forward is pretty much like the safest way to pull anyone out from trouble.
So AM headed back up top. Has buyback, I'm assuming. Probably... kind of has to save buyback here, but there are 2 towers to go through at any lane before you kind of break the base. So I don't know if they'd break a tier 2 and a tier 3 off of one team fight. Their push isn't exactly spectacular.
they're not going to push very fast. They
Oh.
just want to take team fights to get themselves items and build towards a better, stronger late game. Get Abyssal on Spectre, Butterfly. They need Spectre 6 slotted at this point. Like, AM's already there, so AM's not getting too much scarier. He will get scarier now because there's the AC on Visage, which just beefs him up. But the Elements need to just win some team fights. It's not even about taking buildings
Bing
for them.
bong boom. Good roll in. They catch out the Night Stalker. He commits the Magnetize now in for this one. They have the Abyssal set up on the
gets through
Fata
the
here.
stone.
And sorry, Remnants him. So that he is going to be A-okay. Another Remnant's going to be dropped. And because he was turned to Remnant, it also refreshed the Magnetize once again. This is just now Liquid dancing on the outskirts. They have already lost Fata, though. Another stun. Illidan is also, though, reflecting all of this damage right back now on the Liquid. They're going to quickly isolate and take out Kuro. Now they look to Mind Control here, who's silenced up. He's going to be voided.
They
Screen's
found
gonna
a
pick up
cure.
that one.
At least it seems they found a cure.
Bottom lane, what's
All right, they found a
this?
cure for Ebola, but they may have not found a cure for the rat infestation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's a thing.
Snakes. They need snakes.
Snakes, but what's the closest thing to a snake? Venomancer, maybe? Sorry.
I don't think Venom actually even helps against red, right? What?
No.
Ugh. And yeah, so a rough one, and that's what we were talking about before, right? You take a team fight, you're very happy with that team fight, not so happy with the fact that you're only rocking a ranged Rax in that lane.
Yeah, AM can just kind of BKB suicide in at some point if he wants to and get the megas.
Oh, they found a screen here. This was a bots travel in from Matama Man. Now they missed the kick, and it looks like Jarek's probably out of stone, so he can't roll forward to slow him down, but he does have enough for the one pull silence, and they're going to get the kill.
Yeah, and is that the second gem they've pulsed over? It's hard to say, but having some trouble holding onto those for Elements.
Yeah, they're ready to go end things soon, I imagine, on the side of Team Liquid. DD, ooh. That's a nice little rune for your Anti-Mage to have for the last push of the game.
A game-winning rune, they say.
Oh, will he get there in time, though?
Oh,
Looks like
Blueberry.
he's got other plans.
Yeah, he might just, he doesn't care about it.
Elements, though, confined to their base here. left stand, with one Rax between them and Megas. I'm sure possibly their tournament life.
I like, is that meant to show up
Full
for chat?
jeopardy.
The ally chat? The ally chat from Nick.
I noticed it
pinging
does.
the DD,
Yeah,
right?
it's
it
been
does.
always done that, but it's like,
So they
do we really
changed
need to know that?
I want to see their
Oh.
full team chat.
Kick, pull, magnetize here. Melancholy's gone, and he has no buyback, so they're going to be committing without an Echo Slam or nothing.
They've already got megas.
Yeah, this is looking like the beginning of the end here. Liquid about to put this W into their pocket now. Illidan, though, never say die. He goes in, he's going to get the kill onto Kuro. But Tamaman, though, has already been cleaning house there, gets a double kill up inside the base. Now they're going to isolate Illidan. They get the stun, they get the pop of the Mana Void, and a quick buyback does come out from Illidan here. Zeus will pop the ulti, and this is Elements on their last and final legs and their last and final breath of their Shanghai qualifier life, I'm sure. They're doing all that they can, but I don't think they'll be able to do enough.
No, this is it. They'll be 1-5 with this loss. Liquid end things 7-1, guaranteed first place in the group. And Elements, I think, guaranteed to be eliminated now. At best, they can end 3-5. And
Oh, ow.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
some return action.
That was
the bird
was
body
nice.
block. Bring around to Rosie. Not the birds.
No.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. Those things are scary.
I don't think the Fata mid lane Visage is maybe something all the other teams would have to respect ban.
No.
Fun to see, though.
He played it well. He
Played it well, and maybe when you really got no other options and the stars align, like I said before, you could pull it out again. But I don't think this is going to be like a...
It's not getting banned.
Nah,
Let's put it that
Yeah.
way.
I think for Liquid it was like oh yeah, this is pretty good, and there's no fat tiers left in the pool. It gives us like a fast tempo kind of game we can play to create space for AM, so it fit the overall draft and strategy. But I don't think it's like it was not like a pocket strategy that they'd been planning per se. It was probably just fat like, yeah, I can play. He obviously can play Visage, so he just probably told Kura like, let's give it a whirl.
It worked out well. I mean, I would say the first real positive boost for Liquid that game, the mild mid-lane skirmish where they did get Fata down, but he got those kills from the grave, plus Jarek's being there, bursting up to near level 6.
Yeah.
That early on a support Earth Spirit is just amazing. So that allowed them to just begin the snowball. There was a point in that game, though, where Elements was like bringing it back. They had that big 5-man wipe on the Liquid, but I think that the nail in the coffin was when they caught that Zeus, I believe, like top lane,
Yeah,
and they just quickly bursted him down, and it was...
They saw the opening just to jump
Yeah.
him, burst him. think they hit him with like a chain stun from like Earth Spirit Nyx or something, and that was that.
That was that.
Woo!
Does that close out? That closes out Europe for us today.
Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah,
not
probably for
mistaken.
today. There's still
There's
more
still
games.
Europe happening.
Yeah,
But
I
for
don't-
our stream here, I believe we are going to be sailing over to
we
America.
might
now.
be doing DC Archon, which is the
DC.
top 2 teams in their group.
Exciting.
Big game. It starts, I think, like it's probably started maybe nowish.
This will be a good one because, I mean, I'm not going to go into it now because that's what we'll do when we
Yeah.
actually get into a game. But
Can we
Archon
take a
are,
look
like,
at the
top
Europe
team
standings
right now.
before we head on out? I
Yes.
want to see who's getting. I don't even know who's second. Maybe Vega.
Yeah, there should have been a game played. That
Yeah,
Does-
Vega LC might decide it. I'm not sure. We'll get some up-to-date standings in a second, but yeah. So Europe's not over. You guys can check out the other streams if you want to catch those. Lysander's streaming over on BTS2, I believe, and there's some other streams over on Moonduck. Everywhere else you can find your streams. I saw Motpax was streaming, I think, those games. So there's plenty of Dota streams going. Open up your Twitch, hit the Dota 2 tab, and I'm sure you can find the game you want. But yeah, I'm not sure about standings. We'll wait
And
a
then you
second on
said this is Group B of Europe. Group A
Yeah.
has already been settled.
yes.
Who are our 2 teams in Group A? Ah, here we
Spirit
go.
and
Perfect
Team
timing.
Empire.
Spirit and Empire come out on
that.
top.
Yes. Group B is
And-
not quite finished. So there's LC versus Vega still have to play, and they're tied 3-3.
Ooh.
We might have to actually do that game. We'll see. We can talk about it.
Okay.
But they're going to play. So that's effectively a best of 3 now, because if they tie it, they play a game 3 to decide it.
Mm-hmm.
So LC Vega, one best of 3 to determine who gets second in this group. LC Open Qualifier team. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Fantastic Five, 1 and 3. I'm not. They have at least 4 more games to play. As production was saying, we're not quite up to date on Group B, so I'm not sure exactly where we stand here, but we'll see. Let us know, guys. Tweet at us if you want to see LC versus Vega,
We can gauge
or we
what,
might do
what
America.
people more want to see.
Just spam in Twitch chat.
We
That's
can-
the best way.
I like both. I mean, obviously, I love my American Dota, and I haven't seen
So-
Archon play yet, but that is a huge
Yeah.
tiebreaker kind of series.
If you
so.
if you want to
And-
see some NA Dota, spam your foreheads. If you want to see some European Dota, spam your LA Giggles.
Wow. All right.
So if you're a forehead man and you like a NA Dota, what
What do we do if we get Ming Lee's?
Then we cast some SEA Dota. I don't know.
We put Lysander on the mainstream.
Exactly. There we go.
All right.
Um,
So with that, we'll cut to a small break. We'll discuss and see what we're going to be casting next year. Tuning into the Shanghai Major Qualifier coverage here at BTS. We'll take a small break and see you soon.